You're going to look at this right here, this little girl right here, and you're going to say you don't know? I know you know.
I don't know.
Yes, you know. You remember moving the body?
No.
Yes, you do, Stephen. Why, man? What happened? Tell me, bud.
I didn't do it.
Yes, you did, Stephen. You heard her, man. She was screaming. Screaming, Stephen. You hurt this girl.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You hurt that girl.
On the 30th of July 2011, then 25-year-old Stephen McDaniel was arrested for the murder of his next-door neighbour and classmate. They both attended Mercer University Law School, which was located across the road from Barrister Hall apartments in which they lived. 27-year-old Lauren had attended her sister's wedding earlier that month in their home state of Maryland, then went back home to her Macon apartment. The whole summer of 2011, she was vigorously studying for the bar exam. She decided to unplug from distractions so she wouldn't be interrupted. She had already told family and friends that since she had been home for the wedding, which was a really long break, most people who were taking the bar don't do anything like that, so she would be non-stop studying. By June the 27th, those who knew Lauren had stopped hearing from her. Everyone guessed she was studying like she told her family she would be, but days went by and no word from Lauren. In the days after the murder, Stephen attended class as normal and even joined a search party for Lauren with friends on the night of June the 29th. When Lauren was reported missing by her friends on June the 30th, a local news channel, WGXA, interviewed Stephen as a neighbour. This was one of the first instances that raised police interest. Notice how in the beginning of the interview, Stephen is somewhat upbeat, relatively close to Lauren, and full of words. But he is informed the body has been recovered from the dumpster, and his whole demeanour changes. Now, without knowing he's the murderer, why would you have thought he had this reaction? Leave a comment.
Lauren was my neighbor. We're just trying to find out where she is at this point. I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I mean, the last time anyone heard from her was an email that she sent out, and no one's heard from her since.
Did you see her hang out with anyone at the time, anything like that?
I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I haven't seen anything. I mean, you always hear noise outside, but it's just people walking by pretty much.
And she just recently graduated from Mercer?
Yeah, she and I were both JD students. We graduated back in May.
What kind of person was she? I mean, what did you see her?
I mean, she's as nice as can be. I mean, very personable, very much a people person.
Do you know any enemies she might have had, somebody that might want to hurt her?
No, we don't know where she is. I mean, the only thing we can think is that maybe she went out running and someone snatched her. Because we went over. One of her friends had a key. We went inside and tried to see if there was anything amiss, but I mean, she had a door jamb that was sitting right by it, so there was no sign that anyone broke in. I mean, the door was locked when everyone got here. I mean, we just don't know where she is.
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of. I think that's where they have recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body.
Had you seen anything there? Had you seen anything there? I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. That's how we're trying to ask people if they know who lived there. Are you okay, sir?
I think I need to sit down.
Okay.
A few moments later, he returned to the news interview. This time he tries to distance himself from Lauren, and now he can't seem to string his sentences together.
Seen her since Saturday because we all just, there's not a whole lot of interaction unless we're doing classes.
Right.
And she was doing the online version of it.
You all studied together though?
We were in, there's two different people, there's two companies that provide it. Kaplan provides it and Barbary provides it. I signed up with Barbary and I've been doing the lectures that they have in the mornings. She was doing the Kaplan online, so I hardly ever saw her. I would see her like go out running, but
What time would you go out running?
I don't even know when.
Was it at night or morning?
I saw her like midday a couple weeks ago. That was the last time I saw her, was coming back from the bar prep on the main campus, because we got moved over there for a week or two.
But she normally would run. That was a
Yeah,
routine that she had.
she ran all the time. She had a group that she would go running with. I don't know anyone that would want to hurt her. She was as nice a person as there is.
Was she moving soon? Did you know anything about her?
Yeah. She was going to be moving out today. She was supposed to move out today because someone else was going to be moving into her apartment, the new law student. That she was afraid in her apartment that she thought that someone had tried to break in on Thursday night, and she was afraid to stay in there. But
Where did you hear that from? From Joe?
He pulled it up and we read it off the screen.
She had said that to a friend in Atlanta?
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but...
And you hadn't heard anything on Thursday night?
No.
She never came to you to tell you anything?
No, if she had, I could have done something. I could have lent her a handgun. I've got a little handgun that I have for defense. And
Or she could have slept over or something.
yeah, something. If she was afraid in her apartment, then get her out of there.
So they tried to break in on Thursday.
That's what she said in the email. She thought that someone had tried to break into her apartment. She said, like, Macon hoodlums tried to break into my apartment on Thursday night.
Is that her car parked there? The Chevy?
No.
Small car?
No, I think that's the detective's car, Detective
her car's
Patterson.
not even there?
No, it was here earlier, and they towed it. It'd been there for days, and then they towed it to, I guess, look through, see if there was...
With the police.
Yeah.
How did you find out that something was wrong with the police here? Was it like when you walked up a little while ago, or?
No, the police were called last night, and they came and they looked around, and they didn't see anything. They went in, we looked around the place, no sign of a struggle, no sign that anyone had broken in, just nothing.
Later that day, the police searched Stephen's room. At this point, the police noticed he'd become unhinged, sweating profusely, and drank at least 10 bottles of water.
You did something that you regret, you let me know.
I didn't.
Well, who did?
I don't know.
Well, a body was found over here, right next to where you live. What do you have in your apartments? A lot of knives. A lot of guns. Right?
Yes.
And I'm asking you about it, and you're just saying, I don't know. That's all. That's the only answer you can give is I don't know. But 6 hours or a couple hours ago, you was out there telling the media everything. You didn't stand in front of that camera and say, I don't know. You were actually answering questions. Right? How many interviews did you give? 3?
I don't know.
Well, you gave like 3. Do you think that was a proper thing to do when a mother's looking for her child?
They asked me what happened.
And what did you tell them? What did you tell
that Lauren was missing.
Okay. What else did you tell
That we had gone looking for her.
them? Okay. And what?
And that we hadn't found her.
What else did they ask you?
I don't remember.
Why don't you remember?
I don't.
You're telling me that you went through law school. Well, you went through college first, right? Did you graduate from college?
Yes.
And now you're in law school. Did you graduate from law school?
Yes.
But you don't fucking remember what they asked you this afternoon?
No.
Huh? I just don't fucking believe that shit. Don't came back yet.
What's up, buddy? Did you talk to him about his guns?
Yeah.
When was the last time you shot those guns?
I haven't.
You've never shot a gun?
No.
Have you ever shot any gun in your whole life?
No.
Never.
No.
What'd you do after that?
I watched some videos online.
Did you clean up?
No.
You didn't?
No.
You smell like you've been cleaning up, like you've been using cleaner to clean up. I know what that smells like. My wife smells like that all the time when she cleans her house. You've been using some kind of cleaner to clean up your apartment, hadn't you?
No.
Steven, you telling me you live like a man? How does your apartment get clean?
I clean it.
Okay. When was the last time you cleaned it, Steven?
I don't remember.
Was it this week?
No.
You mean you go a whole week without cleaning?
Yes.
Why? That's horrible, Steven. Was it possibly over the weekend, last weekend?
No.
It wasn't? If you can't remember, then how is it that you can tell me that you didn't clean up your apartment last weekend? A minute ago you couldn't remember. You totally contradict everything that relates to human behavior. We have skills to be able to observe things, to hear things, to see things. There are natural things out there that draw our attention every day. Such as when you're driving down the road, if somebody hits the horn, you look around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just a natural reaction. If you're sitting in your living room, you hear the door slam next to you, you automatically think, my neighbor's home. Right? You're telling me that those kind of things don't happen in your life.
You asked if I watched. I didn't watch.
Have you noticed that she's came in and out of her house in the last week or two?
I don't remember.
What do you remember, Steve?
The last time I saw her was 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Where at?
She was going out running when I was coming in.
Where were you coming in from?
Bar preparation.
Bar preparation. What's a bar preparation? Oh, you're preparing for the bar exam.
Yes.
Oh, okay. If I was asking you, did you just rob a bank? If you didn't, you'd say no, not I don't know, right?
Right.
So why do you say I don't know?
Because I don't know.
You don't know if you had anything to do with that body?
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What if I said I could prove that you did?
I don't know.
You're going to look at this right here, this little girl right here, and you're going to say you don't know? I know you know.
I don't know.
Yes, you know. What are you going to say tomorrow when I say we got your hair with the body? What are you going to say to me then? Because you know, like I go like that. Look at my hair. That's how easy it falls out. Look at all that on your head. You don't think none fell out? It did. It did, Stephen. We just wanted to give you an opportunity to tell it. So you didn't look like a monster at the end. Because you know what? I don't believe that you're a monster, Stephen. I believe that you're a good guy. You've been picked on. Girls didn't show you the respect that you deserved. You did something stupid. And I believe you feel bad about it. And that's why you're all freaked out right now. But I'm giving you the opportunity to get right. I'm giving you an opportunity to show everybody you're not a monster, that you feel bad about what happened. Your hair's there, man. Your hair is there. We got your hair with the body. How's that, Stephen?
I don't know.
Yes, you do know. You heard her, Stephen.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Why won't you tell me, Stephen?
I didn't do it.
I'm gonna take this from me. You don't deserve to look at it. Just stay right here, okay?
Okay.
Stephen was interrogated and did not reveal anything, but came off incredibly odd. In the following days, police would find the packaging of the hacksaw used to dismember Lauren's body in Stephen's room, as well as a master key to the rooms in the building, a flash drive belonging to Lauren containing hundreds of personal photos, a pair of underpants, several blog posts he had written describing torture and violence towards women. But the straw that broke the camel's back was when deleted videos were found that he had used to survey her home. He had become obsessed with Lauren. He had spied on her for months, using a camera attached to a 6-foot-long wooden stick standing beneath her second-floor apartment and videoing her. After being arrested on unrelated burglary charges, police began to interrogate him for answers, after which he was held in police custody for 10 months. Due to the evidence mounting against him, Stephen eventually accepted a deal, pleading guilty to murder and openly confessed to horrific details in a written statement to court. He entered Lauren's apartment at 4:30 in the morning, wearing a mask. He explained, "She saw me and said very calmly, 'Get the fuck out.' I leaped across the bed onto her and grabbed her around her throat. We tumbled out of the bed and onto the floor in a struggle to get away. She moved her legs and her lower body went under the bed, preventing her from getting away or kicking me. During their struggle, Lauren managed to rip off his mask and pleaded, 'Stephen, please stop.' He then strangled her for 15 minutes until she stopped moving, dragged her into the bathroom and placed her in the bathtub. Returned to his room next door and spent the entire day on the computer. In the evening, he returned with a hacksaw and cut up the body. He wrote, 'I removed her limbs and head, wrapped them in several trash bags separately, and discarded them in the Mercer Law School dumpsters. Then, on June the 28th, he threw her torso into the apartment trash can. This was only discovered due to a police car being parked in front of this particular dumpster, not allowing it to be collected, keeping the body in place until it was searched. At one point, he'd looked up the Bibb County Garbage Collection website, which explains his reaction in the first local news interview. It was supposed to be gone, along with the other body parts which were unfortunately never recovered. Stephen McDaniel was given a life sentence with the possibility of parole due to the deal that he had struck. He will first be eligible to request parole in 2041, but District Attorney David Cook said, "I fully expect Stephen McDaniel to spend the rest of his life behind bars." Thank you for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell if you like the content and want to be updated for all new videos. And it really helps us out. So, we'll see you soon.